Yes, carbohydrates. We need them before, during, and after. It is so important.
The more pressure we put on ourselves, the more likely we are going to perform well.
I played sport since I was a kid. Netball had been my main sport, and then played footy for a couple of years, and now I'm a mad golfer. Whichever context I'm in, I'm wildly competitive, want to be the best at what I'm doing, no matter where I'm playing or leading, and that's what I want for the women and girls that we get to work with as well. Now, you're either the leader, the captain of this team, or the coach. You can choose. You can be the coach or you can be the leader. Now, you've lost the game, but you've got an opportunity next week. What are some actions you might see a below-the-line leader take in a scenario like this? So you've just lost the game. Talk to me about something you might see them do. Let's play this out a little bit. So what might a below-the-line leader do in a scenario like this? Yeah, so focusing on what you didn't do well. But what we see in the best athletes is how quickly they get back to being above the line. It's not that we don't do it, it's just how quickly we bounce back. And then we spend too much time below the line, we miss our recovery, we miss refueling. The ongoing effect is significant, isn't it? So is anyone here often the hardest person on themselves? Is there anyone harder on you than you? No, there's some smiles, there's some nods, yeah, that's right. So we have to switch our focus back to what can I give? What can I do? What's next for us? Is it recovery? Is it some grace? Is it downtime? Is it going and having some conversations?
Carbohydrates. Let's get you moving. Should we eat carbohydrates before? Stand up, yes. Sit down, no. So should we eat carbohydrates before a game or a training session? Stand up, yes. Sit down, no. Good. Well done. The answer is yes. Everyone sit down again. Should we eat carbohydrates during? Stand up, yes. Sit down, no. So depending on what the sport is and what you're doing, obviously, yes, sorry. Depending what you're doing. Let's say it's a footy game, for example. Would we have carbohydrates during? Yes, well done. Sit down. And should we eat carbohydrates after? Stand up, yes. Sit down, no. Yes, well done. Sit down. I had to get you sitting down each time. Now we've got some blood flow through the legs. But yes, carbohydrates, we need them before, during, and after. It is so important. Some of them were like, oh, no. And the reason being they were thinking pastas and things like that. I'm not saying to eat a pasta 30 minutes before because that is not going to go down too well. So when we're thinking carbohydrates, we're thinking low GI and high GI. Now, high GI and low GI, they are two terms that we use to describe how quickly a carbohydrate is broken down. Is this a carbohydrate? Yell out, yes or no? Yes, definitely. Carbohydrate? Yes, well done. Carbohydrate? No, that's right, fats and proteins. Carbohydrate element here? Yes. Carbohydrate? Yes. Carbohydrate? No. Carbohydrate? Yes, well done.
My name's Fee. I am a two-time CEO. I was a gymnast for 18 years and also coached for 11. I represented Victoria 4 years in a row. Ended my gymnastics career with an ankle injury and had ankle surgery. Since then, kind of got into facilitation and working with young people, particularly young girls, to really build their self-confidence and self-awareness, and wanting to provide the opportunity for young female athletes and female athletes of all ages to really have spaces where they can learn and grow. Hence why I'm here today and helping to develop this kind of program.
I'm Darcy. I've met some of you here today. I'm a psychologist. I work in the public health system, but I work in sport, which is a really big passion of mine. A lot of the challenges that we experience come down to who we are as a human being as opposed to who we are as an athlete. And when we're behaving on the field or on the court or whatever it is, a lot of the challenges that we experience probably come down to what we're experiencing in our values and our identity and what we believe in, as opposed to what the mistake is, because as athletes, we're all going to make mistakes. It's a part of who we are in our journey. So something that I'm really passionate about is understanding who we are outside of being an athlete so that we have a really good guide to making decisions that are consistent with us as a human being. To demonstrate that we all experience these challenges or issues because we're human beings. It's very normal to to have parts of us that we don't like or that we find difficult. They're really trying to get off the wall as well.
They are. They
So
don't want to be up there.
Some of them, not to make mistakes. So perfectionism, we spoke about, pressure to meet expectations of those around me, like my family, to make my family proud, to make my parents proud. And then over here, oh my gosh, feels like it wants to get away from me. To execute the perfect race, the fear of failure, performing to a specific standard, fear of failure, pressure will always be at my best and will do well. Pressure to always be at my best, yes, pressure to perform. What I don't really have an answer to this, but I just want to throw, is there anything that people are picking up or noticing from this list that we've got here, or anything that stands out to people? Sometimes I sit back and I'm like, why don't I just tell someone that I am not doing so well, or that I'm really not happy with how I'm playing? But I'll just keep it in and just berate myself and think that that is going to help me perform. When I think about the athletes that I work with, and we talk about the way that we talk to ourselves or that pressure to perform, I think a lot of the time there isn't a thought that the more pressure we put on ourselves, the more likely we are going to perform well. And I do want to acknowledge that I think as human beings, a lot of this perfectionism actually does get us to a level where we are really good at the sport that we do. And I'm sure that that's applicable to almost everyone in here. But then there becomes a point where that perfectionism or that standard that we set ourselves actually becomes a little bit unhelpful. And I think today maybe we can look at what that line is and think about how we can take ourselves even further